But we don't have any ideas.
We're gonna be talking about polygamy.
Yeah, but what about it? The history about it?
No, the history about it, girl. Get out of here.
So, would you like polygamy to be the future?
Would I like polygamy to be the future? See, I don't think I would be comfortable with polygamy being our future. Reason being is because I'm such a monogamous person in general, like with friendships and with relationships as well. Like I get jealous in my friendships and I get jealous in relationships as well. And I don't think I would be able to deal with it.
Would you want your kids? Would you allow? I mean, I guess. So, see, this is the thing. It's like, would you allow your kids to do this? Like, it's kind of like, like.
I mean, to some extent, you can't even control them, right? It's
Right.
like they're gonna do their own thing. I feel like I would do my best to be like, if you're gonna do this, then I want you to be safe. I want you to know what you're getting yourself into. Like, if you're gonna be in a polyamorous relationship or polygamy, however you want to say it, then you have to make sure that person is, first of all, being safe themselves. Because if you're gonna be hooking up with them, there's herpes, there's HPV. Hopefully, in the future, they're cured. But for now, we're talking about now. I mean, what about you though? I mean, what if your daughter, she was 14, right? And she was starting to date. And she's like, Mommy, like, all of a sudden, like, Michael's looking real cute too. But Stephanie's like, she's going all up on me.
I'll be like, first of all, you're 14.
Okay, let's switch to age 17.
I'll be like, girl, do you just be safe?
But wait, 14 is like high school, right?
I think so, right? It's like starting off high school?
Because I graduated at 17.
Girl, bye.
So, yeah, that's like beginning, I think, freshman or sophomore.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So, either way, they're high school, whatever. But it's a difficult conversation. Like, because with us, I don't think we really even had the sex talk with our parents, right?
Oh, no. So, there was one time where I think I was like freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
And we had recently got a computer. And I was like going all ham. I was looking up butts. I was looking up boobs. I was looking up dick. And I didn't know until my mom's like, come here. She's like, what is this? And I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, oh. She's like, never do this again. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so can you remember what were the things that you were actually looking at though? Was it just like less on less porn or like
what?
Lesbian on lesbian porn?
I was actually watching everything past. I mean, I was watching like basic like man, girl. So
you were curious. You were like,
yeah,
what's going on?
Guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Okay, so bringing that subject up, I'm remembering about an experience that I had, but it was like with my godparents' computer. And the thing is, they gave it to their son, right?
Yeah.
And we were curious at that age too.
Yeah.
And I remember it was around the time when I was starting to come out. As like me being gay and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I would look up on their computer and their godson would know I would be looking it up. Like, and I would be like, oh, I'm just doing research.
Girl, bye.
Yes. I mean, like, yeah, I'm just doing research. I'm just saying, like, what this is about. But I would be looking at, like, gay porn.
And you was feeling it?
I was feeling it.
Okay.
At my, 14, 15-year-old self. And then I remember at one point, we downloaded this, like, 3D sex game. I don't know if you used to see those.
No?
Yes.
What?
It was, like, one of those 3D sex games. And it was, like, kind of like IMVU, if you ever saw that.
The hell is that?
It's, like, basically, like, you get to play as an avatar or whatever.
Kind of like Sims in a way?
Kind of like Sims, but
okay.
you're the avatar and you're there talking to people. And you would have like, well, in the IMVU, you could have like sex talks and whatever. But in this game, it was specifically just for sex, like with AI or whatever. So you would be like fucking like a girl or choose whatever you want to fuck.
And fuck like an icon, like your icon with another person's icon?
Yes.
Were you like talking to be like,
no. It was
yeah, daddy.
No, it was specifically just like it was just a game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there was like no voiceovers or anything.
No,
like
I think now There are.
Oh,
But I don't know about back in the day when I was there. It was just like completely just like a game, but you would be fucking like other.
How many times did you get fucked in the game?
I think once, and then I deleted it. But I didn't delete it correctly. So his computer ended up getting a virus. And his uncle or whatever came over because he was like really good with computers or whatever. And he was just like, oh, I'm going to take a look at it. A week goes by, right? And in that next week, I was there, and he was just like, oh, I found a couple of interesting things on there. And, me, I was starting to blush up and stuff, and all of a sudden, I was starting to blush up, and then their godson or whatever, or their dad, he was actually like, oh, I know what you guys are doing. He's like, don't do it anymore. And, we would act stupid as fuck. We would be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It was just like a virus, like, out of nowhere. And so, basically, they knew at a young age that we were looking at stuff like that. But young people out there, they will give you viruses. And you will get caught.
Not really. Not if you go into Ignito mode. That's, well, so, I mean, who doesn't watch porn nowadays, right?
I mean, everyone does.
So, I watch it now. I mean, I've always watched it through high school and stuff. And I would always watch it on Incognito mode. Incognito, whatever.
Well, let's look it up. No, wait, you know what? It's incognito.
It's incognito. Okay, whatever. And then, like, lately, my phone, like, I have, let me open it up. So I have Safari, right? I open it up, and then I go to, like, a blank screen, and it shows all the bookmarks, and then frequently used Pornhub. And I was at work, and I was looking up something for a customer, and I think I typed in like an H or something, and or like a K, I don't know, one of those. And like a bunch of Pornhub URLs started appearing, and I'm just like, oh.
Did they see?
I don't know, but I acted like that was like, everyone does it. Fuck you, me,
I mean, it's like ridiculous, like, because it's happened to me before, but on the train or like on public transportation.
Tumblr?
Yes, Tumblr.
Yeah.
I'll forget, like, I was looking at a video or something, and then I'll pull up Tumblr, and I'm like, oh, snap, that's a big dick. And then the person behind me is just like, you could see them, like, look away real quick, and I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. Well, not really, because it was a good dick.
But then again, like, there's some guys that get on the train with, like, short shorts, and you can see their dick print, and I'm just like, okay, I love it, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like people are, like, so, I don't know what.
Judgmental?
No. Like, se hacen como que son decentes. Like, they're very...
Oh, they pretend to be all proper, like they don't do anything.
Exactly, yeah, like, okay. ¿Qué es eso? And I feel like people, I don't know why, maybe because the United States is so restricted with a lot of things, that, I don't know, I just feel like you should be free with your stuff,
Exactly. I feel like we should all be a little bit more free to talk about these things.
Yeah.
Because I know recently with, like, a friend that I have, like, she and I didn't really talk about anything sexual at all. And we've known each other for, like, since high school.
Mm-hmm.
And recently we just started talking about the shit, and we were just going off. We were just like, yes, this is what I've been through, and she would just go off, and I would go off and off. And we found it really interesting that we were so private for such a long time. Because I remember with you, it's like we kind of started talking about stuff like that right away. It was I think like the first month or two, we just started talking about our experiences. And like me, like I'm a late bloomer. So I lived kind of vicariously through your experiences because you would be like popping off.
But I still remember the first. So I remember when I first started talking to you too. Like the first time I texted you, I remember you had that T-Mobile like it wasn't a flip phone. It was like the ones that you push up and then you get a keyboard. I
had that for a while.
I know. And I had some bougie ass shit that I got on eBay for like $10. Still considered a smartphone though. So I was feeling myself. And I had just broken up with like a guy that I was with for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why we got so close so soon. Because I opened up to you and like I was able to trust you. And then I was just, starting to, talk to some guys, and I would go over their house. They would cook, and I would text you and be like, "Oh, many pounds." You'd be like, "Yes, bitch."
Because I would love it. Because I think I wanted to be like that. But it was so hard for me in a way.
Why?
Because I think I stuck to like, I had my virginity for so long.
Yeah.
That I feel like at some point I was waiting for the right one.
Yeah.
But as I've grown older and you've seen, like, it's not necessarily that I wanted to be with the right one, but someone that was worth it. That's what I realized recently.
But do you think it's because the media and like we get like all this like, oh, save your virginity for someone special?
Definitely.
Like, why?
That's what I was thinking as well too. Like, why? It's just sex. Like, who cares? I think because we try to attach it so much with love. And, like, that's the mistake that we do. Sex does not equal love in any way. I mean, it can be used as the representation, I guess, of someone's love. But it does not mean love. And I think a lot of girls are taught, like, yes, the one, and then you should wait for the one. And guys, it's not really like that. It's kind of just like, go have fun. Boys will be boys.
I hate that term. Boys will be boys.
I hate it too. Yeah. And
like raise your son the same way you were gonna raise your daughter.
Exactly. That's the way I would like to do it. But that's the way it is now, and I think it's getting better. Yeah. But it's the way we grew up, and possibly why we had such a strong attachment to virginity.
Girl, I lost it at like 17, I think I was.
And I wanted. And
you are the motherfucking most. That happened like 8 years ago.
I said I was going to bring it up.
You hold grudges like no one's business.
I said I was going to bring it up. Remember I called you?
I'm so done with you.
But anyway, into the topic. So, a couple of years back, let me just paint you the picture.
Couple of years. A couple. A couple? Yeah.
Let me paint y'all the picture. So basically, I was like, oh, we should hang out, girl, because we were both in school at that time. And she was like, yes, honey, we want to hang out and we want to do this and that. Okay, next thing I know, she texts me like a couple hours later. She's like, you know what? I'm not even trying to hang out right now. And I'm like, you know what, girl? It's cool. It's fine. Next thing you know, I go on Snapchat. Like, she thinks I didn't have no Snapchat. And we had added each other. So I don't know why she would put it on there after she lied to me. And she was just like, yes, like in the Snapchat, she was just like partying with some bitches, talking about some birthday. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like in that moment, everything froze for like a quick second.
Girl.
Wait. Everything froze for a quick second. And I was just like, I started blaming myself in a way.
Oh, why?
Because I was just like, did I make her think like I had to be everything for her?
What?
Because I was just like, I don't know why she would bring herself to lie to me for something that is completely fine with me.
I wasn't confrontational at that time. And I kind of still am not. And the reason why I did is because I promised that girl it was her birthday.
Right, but why didn't you just tell me that?
Because I don't like to hurt people's feelings.
That would not hurt my feelings. I told you. Mina, and I will tell you today again. I was like, I would rather you tell me straight up, hey, yo, I'm not trying to too much hang out today. And I'll be like, you know what? It's cool, boo. Like, it's fine. Like, I won't invite you to hang out again until you tell me. Like,
you're petty. Yeah.
No, because I'm just like, okay, she's too busy. I'm gonna wait for her to come at me. So, but that's the way I am. But like,
and then obviously she blocked me and she stopped talking to me because she's petty.
And even
instead of telling me that she was hurt.
And even after that, I have to admit my flaws too. Even after like you apologized. She would be like...
You keep remembering it till this day. This happened like 4 years ago.
No, wait, but the funny part is, even after she apologized, she would be like, oh, add me back on Snapchat. And it happened twice. It happened twice because it makes me, like, laugh about it. I would add her again, and then I would block her again.
Why?
And then I would lie about it. I'll be like, oh, I never, like... got it.
I hate you.
And then she would be like, oh, well, add me. And then I added her again. And then a couple of weeks later, I would block her again.
But why?
I don't know. I think I was still holding that grudge.
You're...
Because I'm notorious for holding grudges, if y'all know me.
Girl, that last fight that we had, you, like, called me.
Oh, my
And
God.
I, like, sent you the voicemail, and you left me, like, a voicemail. And you was, like... yelling, and I was like, and I'm the type of person that once I'm in an argument with someone, I need my space first to calm down and then I could talk to them.
But
and
you didn't tell me that.
But you're the total opposite.
I'm very confrontational.
Yes, I need. So even to this day, even with all my relationships, I need to calm down so I won't pop off on anyone.
But like, I want you to pop off.
I don't want to, because like all the anger, what is that gonna benefit me? You know?
Okay, but you know what? The thing is, it's good for you because you're not rational when you're mad.
Yeah,
you're not rational at all.
No one is.
I am,
girl.
How many times have we fought and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Remember
but
that?
Why did we fight? Why did we fight last time?
No, not that time. Remember
exactly.
that one? We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up. But remember that one time we was on the train and you was mad at me?
For what?
Because I think like I took me pasé. I went over the stop or something.
Oh, that's right.
And you was like, nah, fuck out of here.
I did not say that.
You didn't say that. This is me in my head.
I was like, I'm over it. I'm going home.
Yeah, you were over it and you're like, I'm going home. And I was like, and we were going off like at some point or something. And I was like, no, come over here, dude. We gotta talk about it. Like with me, I'm like, no, we're not leaving this situation until we end it. We're gonna talk about it.
That's something we have to actually learn about each other, because we have to like.
Because I would never want to like, because you mean a lot to me.
Yeah, you mean a lot to me too, and that's why I don't want to like say anything hurtful.
But that's why for me, I'm like, I would not want you to leave and make us things in your head, overthinking things and getting mad. I would rather confront the situation right then and there, like, hey, this is what I'm feeling and this is what we're gonna resolve.
Well, we're gonna have to learn how to do this, because till this day we still haven't done it.
I mean, but like we've gotten better, because I feel like you learn a bit more of what bugs me and ticks me.
Yeah.
And I've learned a little bit more about what bugs you, which isn't a lot.
Really?
That bugs you, or I feel. I don't think you get bothered that often. I feel like it's like when I'm doing the most sometimes. And I kind of do that a lot, but it's my humor, you know?
What do you mean by doing the most? Like,
I feel like, I don't know, I feel, and now that I think about it, I can't even think about anything, but I feel like sometimes like on that train, like let's say that situation, I feel like you told me like a couple of times where the stop was or where to get off, and I kind of just like lost it completely.
I feel like you go blank. This is every time we hang out too. Like, you've lived in the city all your life and you still don't know what stop to get off on.
We've been to like the same places over and over and
literally
over again. And then I'm just like, wait, how do you get there?
and now I call her 24/7. I call her like 8 times when she's on the train. I'm like, did you get off yet? Did you get off yet? Okay, cool. What stop are you on? Okay, it's the next stop.
But I appreciate it. I think it's so sweet. I'm just like, oh, she cares.
I'm like, if this dude misses his stop one more time, I'm a flip.
No, but that's why I'm just like, I feel like it's helped us like to go through all of these like messes that we've been through, because like the last fight that we got into, that was real.
I think we had a couple of real fights though.
Not like last time. Or did we? I don't feel like it was like last time.
I feel like I remember we stopped talking twice.
But last time lasted the longest, no? I think it lasted like
3
months. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 months. And those were some hard months, bitch, because I had shit to tell you.
Girl, I swear to God, I was like with all these guys and I'm like, so who am I gonna tell?
And like for me, I would always be having my little breakdowns and shit, because you've helped me a lot with my fucking breakdowns.
Girl, and like I feel like that's where like you tend to like overthink a lot of things, and that's where I'm just like, you need to
calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
definitely. But how did we get into the topic of this?
This is why we don't get into topic. This is like, okay, it's sometimes polygamy topic.
I feel like especially me, you know, I'm very ADHD. Like 1 minute I'm like here, next minute I'm over there, next minute I'm like thinking about something else.
Girl, you should see my calendar. I'm not like, I'm like, this is one task and this is what I'm doing.
And side note, I haven't been officially diagnosed with ADHD. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm here, there, and everywhere, you know? Because all of a sudden, you know, these people are like, wait, have you been officially diagnosed with ADHD? You know, and I get it, you know?
But you got to remember, we didn't have the same type of, like, or like parents would be like, oh, no, it's not that.
Oh my God, that's a whole situation. That's
yeah, so I feel like, I had to come to terms. I stopped going to the doctor with my parents a long time ago, and I would go only by myself. And that's when they decided to diagnose me with depression. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay. And then when I got home, my parents were like, it's all in your head.
I mean, that's the same thing my mom said, so I can completely relate.
You know?
She's like, oh, well, just put it to God. That's the main thing. That's the main thing.
You know what? My dad's not like that. My dad would be like, contrólalo.
Okay, so he was like more like...
It's all in your... No, like, control it. Because when I had the anxiety attack, he was like, you need to start controlling that. Like, all those medications that you're taking.
That's the same thing my mom says. She's like, girl, it might be helping you with this, but they're fucking you up with that. You know?
Yeah.
It's like with any medication, basically.
Yeah.
But that's the same way my mom would look at it. She would be like, oh, well, just put it to God. Or, girl, you just have to, like, force it out of you. And I'm like, girl, how do you force something out of you that you're experiencing in the moment? And you really don't have any control over it when you're completely in it. You know?
I feel like since they don't know, like,
I feel like
they didn't grow up with, like...
I feel like they know. They grew up in a different mentality. It's just like, just push it to the back, you know, and keep it moving. Yeah. And with us, it's like, no, we're trying to face it. We're trying to overcome it, you know?
We're trying to tackle it and, like, get on with our life.
Yeah.
I guess.
I feel like they don't bother to understand it. No. That's the thing. And now that we're more advanced in, like, you know, medicine and everything, it's like depression. Okay, why are we getting it now? What's making this happen, you know?
Yeah. But they is not feeling that.
I mean, see, this is us jumping into another topic.
Girl, what was the... Oh, fuck, I erased it. But that's pretty much what we had to talk about. What is this dude texting you?
Girl,